What's up, everybody? I'm ZWade, the ZWade, and ZWade Photo. I don't know if that was backwards or not because of the camera. I'm going to set the scissors down, stop swinging them around. Today, we've got another gear video, and I am on a journey right now to try every single Z lens. I don't want to get so far behind that I've never used one of them in the past, whatever. So today, we've got another Z lens. But before I get into it, I do want to invite you to ZWadePhoto.com. Let's roll the promo. There you can check out my personal art portfolio, 4 different categories containing my favorite images of those categories. If you want to help support the channel, you can swing by the print shop and pick you up a print. I have several enrolls ready to go right now. You could swing by the ZWade Photo merch shop and pick yourself up a Do It Right, Do It Raw coffee mug. We also have the ZWade Photo t-shirt available in 2 colors, and guys, the material is soft, as are the hoodies. The material is so soft. These are available in 3 colors, navy blue, black, and if white clothing is your thing, we've got it in white. Last but not least, my favorite, the embroidered ZWade Photo hat, available in 2 colors. If you'd like to help support this channel, swing by ZWadePhoto.com. Let's get into this. So, I have gotten the last, 4 or 5 pieces of gear that you've seen. I've got them from Borrow Lenses, and I'm not sponsored by them, but I love the service. They're literally what's keeping Gear Review Fridays going, because I'm not going to buy something I don't need. And, you know, I don't necessarily want any of the pieces of equipment that I've used in the last couple of weeks, but I want to try it because I'm a huge Nikon fan, and let's see what I got. I actually have 2 things in here. It's going to be 2 different videos. But today, we have the Nikon 28-75 f2.8. This is very, very exciting because I love Tamron lenses. This looks exactly like the Tamron 28-75 that exists on the Sony system, and I think they had it for DSLR too. Looks the exact same, but it's got Nikon's name on it, and it is not an S-line lens. But anyway, I've been curious about this because I want to be able to recommend this if it is anywhere close to the 24-70 f2.8s, which I think is going to be tough to do because that lens looks amazing. It's not just incredibly sharp, but it's sharp at the corners, very little distortion. Actually, I don't know that. I need to double check that again. I may be speaking out of turn. But anyway, that's a truly exceptional lens. I mean, it literally renders like a prime lens, which shouldn't be the case, but it totally is. But we are going to do some side-by-side tests with this. That's coming up in the future. But right now, let's just focus on this lens. My first impression. First of all, it does not have the little button release for the lens hood, but it fits on there fairly good. There we go. Just had to give it a little bit of oomph. So let's see what this looks like. I'm going to take this off. This is a standard on Borrow lenses. They put a protective filter over the front. This is it's not an in-body image or in-body zoom, which I wish the 24-70 f2.8 was. But the zoom is, the throw for it is very, very light. This is interesting because this must be the focus ring instead of like the aperture control ring, which this apparently doesn't have. Let me just make sure I've got, it is metal melt, so that's good. Let's give that a little blast here. I gotta make sure it's nicer than it was when it showed up. It's got a nice weight to it. I feel like maybe I should grab the 24-70 f2.8 Nikon Z. 1 second. Oh, looky here. You thought that I wasn't prepared. I'm absolutely prepared. They are similar in height, although the 24-70 f2.8 is just a tad taller. Come on. The 24-70 f2.8 is bigger around. But oddly enough, this isn't that much heavier than this. And so if you're thinking about this as a weight option, it's not that much lighter. The difference between these 2 lenses is somewhere around $1,000 or $1,100 or $1,200. It's quite significant, the difference between these 2 lenses. Not that looks matter, but I definitely think the 24-70 is a little more handsome than the 28-75. Like I said, though, that doesn't matter. This doesn't have any buttons or switches or doohickeys or anything like that. This is pretty much just a cut and dry mid-range zoom lens, f2.8, which is fast for a zoom right now. I do like the way this feels. Not that any of the Z lenses feel particularly well made, because they don't. I love Nikon, but let's be honest, they don't feel like they're made well. But this doesn't feel like it's made with lesser materials than any of the other Z lenses. It feels like a Z lens. It does not feel like a Tamron lens, because over the last, 8 years or so, Tamron lenses have felt really well made. Better made than the G lenses, I think. A lot more sturdy feeling, and like you don't feel like they're going to break whenever you tag them. So this doesn't feel as good as a Tamron, although this is definitely a Tamron. But it doesn't feel of lesser quality than any of the other Z lenses. Again, I'm looking around here trying to figure out where this was made. I'm not sure where it's made. It's probably made in China, or it's probably made in Thailand, because the borrow lens barcode is covering it, unfortunately. We've got a 67mm filter thread, and I don't really know what else to say about this particular lens. It's probably just need to throw it on my Z6 II and get out and shoot with it. One quick thing, the lens hood is not lined. It's not felt lined. You wouldn't expect it to be for $1,000 less than this. But, you know, it's got that weird textured groove that I'm sure does a fine job of blocking out reflection, which I can tell on my light. This does reflect light, and this on the inside doesn't. So it works. It's not fancy, but it will work. Let me know in the comments below, have you shot this yet? Have you been curious about it? It hasn't been out that long. I want to know what your experience was with it. I'm ZWade, the ZWade, and ZWade Photo, and I will catch you in the next one.